Hello and welcome students. In this module we will learn about atmosphere. This is one of the four realms of the earth. So atmosphere can be defined as a blanket of air that surrounds the earth and protect us from becoming very hot or very cold. So the atmosphere also helps in the survival of living beings or living creatures on the planet. In this module we will learn about the importance and composition of the atmosphere. Let's start. So students, here you can see the pages from your book. Atmosphere is a gaseous envelope that completely surrounds the earth, is an integral part of the earth like hydrosphere and lithosphere. So students, if you are aware, there are four realms of the earth: lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. So all four, they are in alignment and they form the planet. They help in the survival of living beings and all the living creatures, and all the life processes goes on because of the presence of these four realms of the earth. So atmosphere is one of the realm. It is the layer of air, or it's the realm of air. So the hydrosphere and lithosphere, similar to these two, atmosphere is also one of the realms of earth. It is relatively thin layer of air held by gravitational pull of the earth. So students, as I told you, atmosphere is a layer of air that surrounds the planet, surrounds the earth. We can feel the air, but we can't see, we can't touch it because air is surrounding us. It is also having a pressure on us, but we cannot touch or see it. Now atmosphere contains number of gases, dust and vapor. It extends up to 16,000 kilometers above the earth's surface. So if this is the surface of the earth, so up to 1600 kilometer extends the atmosphere, but 99% of the total mass is found below 100 kilometer. So students, up to 100 kilometer only 99% of the atmosphere is there, and it is because of the gravitational pull of the earth. And beyond that, atmosphere extends up to 1600 kilometers, but only 1% is there. Means up to 100 kilometer, 99% of the air is there, and then the remaining 1% above it. This is because of the gravitational pull of the earth, and also the overlying layers of atmosphere exert a pressure. So most of the air is near the surface of the earth up to 100 kilometers. So now students, this was a general introduction of the realm atmosphere. Now we will learn about the importance of atmosphere, how atmosphere is important to us. So the atmosphere makes the earth a very unique planet. How? Because it has oxygen. Atmosphere has oxygen. It is one of the gases. There are several gases present in the atmosphere and oxygen is one of them. So this helps. We know that we need oxygen for respiration. So it's a life-giving gas and it is very, very important for living creatures, especially human beings and animals. The earth would be lifeless if there would not be oxygen. So atmosphere again is very important. The next point is the presence of carbon dioxide support plant life. So children, like we need oxygen, plants need carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is another gas present in the atmosphere and it supports plant life. And we know very well that without plants, our planet won't be able to survive. So plants are very, very important and they depend on carbon dioxide for the process of photosynthesis, for making their food and for surviving. The third point is atmosphere filters great deal of harmful ultraviolet and infrared rays. So students, we know that ultraviolet rays are harmful for us. So atmosphere filters the harmful ultraviolet and infrared rays that comes from the sun. So it filters them so that only the non-harmful rays reach the earth's surface and we get warmth. The earth is warm because of the heat and light from the sun. So if the ultraviolet and infrared rays are filtered, it is because of the presence of atmosphere. Atmosphere filters them and keep our planet safe. The atmosphere acts as a blanket and it prevents a rapid escape of heat by terrestrial radiation, keeping the earth warm during the nights. Now students, the rays that come from the sun, we call it insolation, and when the earth absorbs the heat and then it goes back again, earth radiates out the heat that it absorbs. So during the day the earth's surface gets heated and at night it radiates out the heat. So when it radiates the heat, that is known as terrestrial radiation. So what happens during the day, the sun rays keep the earth warm, and at night the heat that is radiated back by the earth's surface, this heat keeps the earth warm even during night. So students, the atmosphere prevents the earth from becoming very cold or very hot. So like this, our earth is a safe and a comfortable place for living creatures. The atmosphere helps in maintaining the temperature suitable for life. So the earth does not experience extreme of temperature due to the presence of atmosphere. So students, let's understand this point. As I told you, atmosphere has several gases. So the air or the atmosphere which is around us has several gases. So it forms a layer and do not allow the sun rays to enter directly to reach the earth's surface. They create a layer, so there is a filtration, and because of this, a lot of heat is trapped and whatever is required reaches the earth's surface. So do not allow the earth to become extremely hot, and at the same time do not allow also the heat to go out that easily. It filters again. So like this, the incoming insolation and the outgoing terrestrial radiation, both of them are filtered. They have to pass through the layer of air, that is atmosphere. So it protects the earth from becoming very cold or very hot. So students, let's proceed. The atmosphere protects the earth from millions of meteors and meteorites. Students, if you have seen the module structure of the atmosphere, in mesosphere you have learned that when the meteors enter the earth's atmosphere, they burn in the mesosphere. So definitely the meteors burn in the mesosphere, and like this the atmosphere protects the earth from meteor attack. So students, these are some of the importance of atmosphere. This is how atmosphere protects the earth and has made the planet warm and comfortable for the survival of all living creatures. The temperature difference within the atmosphere generates air circulation. So air also circulates, the wind that blows also because of the atmosphere, presence of atmosphere. Atmosphere gets heated or it gets cooled, and like this air starts moving from one place to another. The atmosphere is colorless, tasteless and odorless. It is mobile, elastic and both compressible and expandable. So these are the features of atmosphere. Now, we do not feel the presence of atmosphere unless there is horizontal movement of wind. So until and unless the air blows or the wind blows and we feel it, we do not realize that there is atmosphere. We only realize the atmosphere when we experience, we feel the wind. And the atmosphere is not as dense as land or water, but it has weight. And it also exerts pressure on us. And this pressure is known as atmospheric pressure or air pressure. So the air or the atmosphere around us exert pressure, and this is known as atmospheric pressure or air pressure. So students, that's all about the importance of atmosphere. Let's proceed to the next topic, and that is composition of atmosphere. So students, here we will learn about the composition of atmosphere. By composition, it means the number of gases present in the atmosphere and what is the percentage of their presence. For example, if oxygen is present in air, then what is its percentage, and if there is carbon dioxide or nitrogen or water vapor, then what is its percentage in the atmosphere or in the air surrounding us. So the atmosphere is a mixture of several gases, students. I'll zoom in so that you can see clearly. It is a mixture of several gases, means there are several gases in the atmosphere, and water vapor, dust particle is also there. So nitrogen, if you see the diagram, nitrogen and oxygen are maximum. Nitrogen is 78% approximately, oxygen is 21%. Then comes argon. Argon is 0.93%, and then comes carbon 0.03%, and the remaining percentage is other gases. Though other gases are in traces, they are in very small quantity, like xenon, krypton, radon, argon, then helium, hydrogen, all these gases are present, but in traces they are very less. And you know why these gases are arranged in this manner, why nitrogen is maximum, because it is chemically inactive. Why oxygen is 21%? Because it is important for life, for respiration, but at the same time it supports combustion. This means it supports burning. So if oxygen will be much more, the earth's environment will become vulnerable. So the maximum percentage is of nitrogen. Students, you can see that the earth's atmosphere is formed in such a way that it supports life on the planet. So oxygen here is 21%, then is carbon 0.03%, maximum is nitrogen 78%, and neon, ozone, hydrogen, helium, methane, etc. are also present, and not to forget argon, which is 0.93% in the air. The proportion of these gases are fairly constant in the lower layer of atmosphere. So these are called fixed components of the atmosphere. So if we see in the lower layer of atmosphere, as we have discussed, 99% of atmosphere is up to 100 kilometers. So most of the gases are almost in same proportion everywhere up to 100 kilometers or in the lower portion of the atmosphere. Beside these gases, there are also some variable components, like they keep changing, such as water vapor, dust particles, smoke, salt and pollen grains. So they are also present in air, but it depends on the different areas. So it varies from one area to another. Water vapor content is highest over the oceans. So definitely oceans provide moisture. So water vapor is highest over the oceans. It forms 0.2% by volume, but it plays a very important role. So students, when we learn about each and every gas, we will come to know how water vapor is so important. Even smoke particles are found in the air if the air is near the industrial area. So smoke is emitted from the industries and they get mixed into the air. Dust particles are found in abundance over desert regions. So you know the reason, children, deserts have very less vegetation. So the wind take away the sand and therefore a lot of dust gets mixed into the air. So this is how the composition of atmosphere is. Now we learn about the importance of various gases, certain important gases, and the first one is no doubt oxygen. Oxygen is necessary for respiration in all living organisms, and it supports combustion, it supports burning, and it helps in breathing, and without oxygen life cannot exist on earth. So these are the importance of atmosphere, of oxygen in the atmosphere. Now let's see the importance of nitrogen. Nitrogen, the bulk of atmosphere is made up of nitrogen. It is 78%. So definitely large portion of atmosphere is made up of nitrogen. Nitrogen helps dilutes oxygen and slow down the process of oxidation. Nitrogen combines with other elements from forming nitrogen compounds. Thus, it is essential for living organisms and it is very important for plant life. Children, plant take nitrogen from atmosphere because they need nitrogen for their survival. It is very, very important. Soil requires nitrogen and plants take nitrogen from the soil. Atmospheric nitrogen is the main raw material used in manufacturing of fertilizers, nitric acid and ammonia. So atmospheric nitrogen is also used for making fertilizers. So these are the benefits of nitrogen. Carbon dioxide is utilized by plants and for which process? All of us know the process is photosynthesis. That is, plants prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis and for that they need carbon dioxide. It absorbs terrestrial radiation and keeps the lower layer of atmosphere warm at night. So students, when at night the earth radiate back the solar radiation, that is known as terrestrial radiation, then the carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere, it absorbs some heat and do not allow it to escape. So the nights remain warm, they never become very cold. This is because of the presence of carbon dioxide. Water vapor again plays a very significant role in the atmosphere. It helps in condensation and cloud formation, and you know when clouds form, rainfall occurs, and rainfall is very, very important for agriculture, for growth of plants and maintaining the temperature of the earth's surface. So these are the benefits of different gases present in the atmosphere. So students, let's proceed. We will also learn about the particulate matter or solid particles. These are also present in the atmosphere. Let's see what is their importance. You know what? The dust, smoke, salt, grain and pollen grains, they scatter the solar radiation causing red and orange color in the sky during sunset and sunrise. So we all of us have experienced that during sunrise and sunset the sky becomes orangish or reddish. This is because of the presence of particulate and solid matter. They scatter the sunlight and the reflection of the light is reddish and orangish. They serve as condensation nuclei. The dust particles, they serve as the nucleus for cloud formation. So water vapor cling, they hang along the dust particles and they form cloud. They condense and they form cloud. Dust particles are so fine that they can float in the air and play important role in weather phenomena. They also absorb the terrestrial radiation, that is heat radiated out by the earth, and keep the lower layer of the atmosphere warm at night. So the lower layer of atmosphere remains warm at night also because of the dust particles. So they also have important role in keeping the earth warm, in the formation of clouds and so on. So students, this was all about the importance of atmosphere, its concept of atmosphere and about the composition of atmosphere. So that's all in this module. Thank you very much.